tweet coming in from Shinde after the Supreme Court hearing. Let's bring out that tweet on the screens for our viewers. In fact, this is a tweet coming in from Eknath Shinde. Let's in fact get you details of this particular tweet. In fact, he says there's a victory of Hindutva. Emperor Balasaheb Thackeray's Hindutva and thoughts of Dharmveer Anand Dighe Sahab. Anand Dighe, of course, being the mentor of Eknath Shinde, being referred to over here. So let's go across to Tamal. Tamal, this is a huge moment very clearly for the Shinde camp. They're quite enthused with what the Supreme Court has said, because virtually several of their demands, at least in an interim order, have been accepted by the Supreme Court. Of course, all eyes on what will happen in the next hearing on the 12th.
Well, absolutely. It gives them a sense of relief, even if I don't call it a victory. It gives them a sense of relief because the Deputy Speaker notice was meant to be responded by end of day today, by 5:30 today, which has now been extended till July 12th, which means they have time, first of all, to wait for the affidavits of all the stakeholders who have now been asked by the Supreme Court, be the state government, be the secretary of the Legislative Assembly, or for that matter the Deputy Speaker, to submit their own responses to it. And of course, thereafter, they can also respond as per the discretion of the court. So that gives them the leeway to wait and also not, as they have been saying, kowtow before the Deputy Speaker. They have been contesting the position of the Deputy Speaker, calling the Deputy Speaker position has now become untenable. They are saying they have removed their support from the government. The government is no longer a majority government. So thus, the Deputy Speaker's role will also be coming under the scanner, and the Deputy Speaker unilaterally cannot take a decision of suspending MLAs, or for that matter disqualifying MLAs. So to that effect, to that context, yes, it's a sense of vindication for them, because they had been so far contesting the position of Deputy Speaker, saying that the Deputy Speaker has lost the moral ground to issue a whip like that or to issue a notice like that. So the Deputy Speaker, he himself has to respond in the form of affidavit, and also, as a matter of fact, the Deputy Speaker's notice will now be is now being stayed essentially by the Supreme Court till July 12, because the Supreme Court is of the opinion they wanted to balance it out, to hear everyone out.
Well,
so
let's watch what the court will do next, but stay with us, Tamal, as well as Radhika and Shivani. We're going to take a quick look at some of the reactions coming in on the story. We have with us reactions coming from Aditya Thackeray as well as Anil Desai of the Shiv Sena.
कॉन्फिडेंस जीत की तो पूरी है और प्यार भी पूरा है। जो दगेबाजी करते हैं वो कभी जीतते नहीं है, जो भाग के जाते हैं वो कभी जीतते नहीं है। फ्लोर टेस्ट से मुझे सबसे बड़ी टेस्ट यही है, अगर जो भी बागी है, जो भाग के गए हैं, जो खुद को रिबेलियन कह रहे हैं, रिबेलियन करना होता तो यहाँ हिम्मत से करते, राजीनामा देते, रिजाइन करते और सामने चुनाव के लिए खड़े रहते। मेरी बात पूरी होगी। दूसरी फ्लोर टेस्ट यही होगी कि मेरे सामने बैठे आंखों में आंखें डाल के बोले कि हमने क्या गलत किया।
Argument will continue on 11th of July. Only 2 days time was given, was too short, as was said by observed by the court. Our counsel did argue on that count. If that notice is too short, we will extend it by another 2 days, 4 days, whatever. So from the other side, it was argued that little more time be given, and that was considered by the honorable court. In the meantime, if any unlawful step is contemplated from the other side, that should be preempted, that should be stopped. There are around more than 20 MLAs, those who have purportedly are not on the scene. They are in very much contact with the party. If time be, when they come, whenever they come in the house, they will vote in favor of MVA alliance, and they will be voting for Shiv Sena.
All right, let's go across to Shivani. Shivani, despite the setback or the relief that has been given to the Shinde camp, you see some very confident words coming in there from Aditya Thackeray as well as Anil Desai. So what's really going on, and what's the reason for this kind of public display of confidence?
Well, here perfectly, if we see, then because of the series of meetings, those are being going on within the NCP party and Shiv Sena. And as we continue to see, it was Sharad Pawar's meeting with all the NCP leaders that actually brought a lot of confidence, because I clearly remember right before the meeting with Sharad Pawar, all the NCP ministers were telling us that Sharad Pawar will come out and speak, Sharad Pawar will decide what will happen further. But after that meeting, everybody started saying that we are going to back Uddhav Thackeray, we are going to be there for Shiv Sena. This alliance is not going to get stuck anywhere. Nobody can break us. And in fact, that is why we are also seeing that now, after a particular Supreme Court's hearing, Dilip Patil, who is Home Minister of Maharashtra and also belongs to NCP, has reached out to Matoshri to meet CM Uddhav Thackeray. We clearly understand the legal battle that is going on within the party. Definitely today's SC hearing, which has provided 14 more days of time to file reply to Shinde cadre, has been a setback for Thackeray cadre. But somewhere we see the Thackeray's are very confident about their legal perspective that they have within them, within the party. In fact, Mr. Desai was also saying that Uddhav Thackeray, being the party head, being the party supremo, and can have a clear, right to disqualify all of those people. But right now, Madhav,
So
as you see behind
clearly,
me, these are the visuals.
Yes. Yeah, take us through that banner. Yes, Shivani, go ahead. Take us through the banner behind you.
Okay, so these are the banners, particularly the first, the big banner which I can see, Adesh Fakta Matoshri Sa. This is what several supporters were also claiming earlier, that only they are waiting for the instructions to come out of Matoshri, that is of CM Uddhav Thackeray, so that the Shiv Sainik can start getting on the roads. But here, you know how the police corps are also being deployed. At least around 15 to 20 people are, as you can see, the security has also been beefed up within. Inside this particular banquet, I also personally saw that there are more than 50 to 100 corps. Those are being placed. The top authorities are also here looking at the fact that the people of Shiv Sainik, of the Shiv Sena party supporters, might just come on the roads, because these are the open banners. Those have been placed that in number of thousands and lakhs we should gather to support Uddhav Thackeray. Though we have constantly seen that we did not see crowds outside Matoshri. We neither saw it outside Sena
So these
Bhavan
protests are continuing. The protests continue from
office.
either side. There are banners and posters that are being put up in different parts of the state as well. Both sides, in fact, are saying that they have the support of the true Shiv Sainiks. Let's see how things pan out on the 12th. Meanwhile, I'd like to thank Radhika as well as Tamal and Shivani for joining us with all of those updates. More news and updates coming up after this very short break.